All right, today we're going to peel back the curtain on the world of the modern counselor. It's a job that has changed so much from all those old stereotypes. So let's really get into what it means to be a counselor in today's world. So, let me ask you, when you hear the word counselor, what's the first image that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably that classic scene, right? But the role of a counselor today has exploded far beyond that. It's an incredibly dynamic field, and we're about to explore just how deep it goes. This image is the perfect way to think about it. At their core, counselors are guides. They help people sort through all the pieces of their life, the challenges, the big decisions, the confusing parts, and figure out how to put that puzzle together to find a path forward. So, where does a modern counselor even begin? Well, it all starts with one thing: truly understanding the client's world. And a massive part of that is getting a handle on their cultural background. See, culture is so much more than just the country you're from. It's this deep, intricate collection of values, of language, of how you see the world. All of it fundamentally shapes who you are and how you experience everything around you. And here's the key thing to remember: culture is never just one thing. It's not a simple label. It actually influences how we read body language, what we think is normal, and even the ways we feel comfortable asking for help. A counselor has to be able to navigate this complex web to be effective at all. Which brings us to a really practical 5-step guide for doing this right. It all starts with the counselor looking inward, recognizing their own values and biases. From there, it's about understanding the client's world, really trying to see things from their perspective, and then, this is important, using a flexible approach. That means they adapt their methods to fit the person, not the other way around. That's how you offer help that actually lands. Okay, so beyond understanding the person on a deep level, counselors also have a whole toolkit for helping with some of life's biggest hurdles, especially when it comes to our careers. And this quote right here highlights a super powerful connection. Being unsure about your career isn't just a practical problem. It's directly tied to your mental and emotional health. That's what makes career counseling such a vital part of overall mental wellness. So, how do they help with that? Well, one of the key tools is formal testing. Counselors use all sorts of assessments, from aptitude tests to personality profiles, not to put people in a box, but to give them objective information. This data can help you better understand your own strengths and interests and see what career paths might be a great fit. Of course, you knew this was coming. Just like everything else, counseling is being transformed by technology. So let's take a look at how this digital age is opening up new frontiers, but also creating some brand new challenges. Yep, the way help is delivered is changing, and it's changing fast. We're talking about everything from counseling sessions over email and in chat rooms to entire online communities built just for support. But this new frontier comes with some really serious questions. I mean, while it makes counseling way more accessible, we have to think about the ethics. Can you really build a genuine human connection through a screen? What about confidentiality and privacy? And how do you stop people from getting hurt in an online space? These are huge issues the field is working through right now. Now, let's zoom out a little bit. A counselor's work isn't always just one-on-one. It often expands way beyond the office and into the community as a whole. And that's where community counseling comes in. Instead of waiting for people to come to them, these counselors go out into the community. They focus on prevention and development, on building up mental wellness for everyone before a crisis hits. It's a really proactive approach that takes very specialized training. And here's another vital specialization: rehabilitation counseling. This field is all about working with people who have acquired disabilities. The goal is to help them adapt, adjust, and get back to living an independent life. It's often really closely connected with the medical system to make sure people get that full circle of support. Okay, so with all these different roles and specialties, how do we make sure counselors are actually qualified to do this important work? How is the public protected? That brings us to our final and absolutely crucial topic: professional standards. And the bottom line is this: it's non-negotiable. In many places, like Malaysia for instance, the title counselor is legally protected. You can't just wake up one day and call yourself one. You have to be officially registered and licensed. It's not a guideline, it's the law. And if you don't comply, the consequences are serious. We're talking fines that can go up to 50,000 ringgit, imprisonment for up to 6 years, or even both. And these strict rules exist for a very good reason: to protect you, the public, and to make sure that anyone seeking help is getting it from a qualified, ethical, and accountable professional.
So that really brings us to a final thought to leave you with. From understanding culture to using technology ethically to serving whole communities, counseling is constantly evolving. And the big question is, as our world gets even more complex, how is this vital profession going to keep changing to meet the challenges of tomorrow? It's definitely something to think about.